Hello everyone and a warm welcome to our webinar, Meet the Syncfusion AI Coding Assistants, Build Blazor and React apps at lightning speed. I'm Shriram Sankaran, Senior Product Manager at Syncfusion, and I'm excited to guide you through this session. Today, we are diving into Syncfusion's AI Coding Assistants, powerful tools designed to supercharge your Blazor and React development. These assistants, built specifically for Syncfusion's component libraries, offer intelligent code generation, seamless IDE integration, and privacy-focused assistance. Whether you're a seasoned developer or new to Syncfusion, you'll leave this session with practical insights to build robust applications faster. We will cover everything from setup to real-world usage with live demos and tips to maximize your productivity. So let's get started by reviewing our agenda. Before we dive in, let's go over what we will cover today. First, we will explore an overview of Syncfusion AI Coding Assistants and their role in accelerating development. Then we will discuss their advantages and how they boost productivity. We will cover the prerequisites you need to get started, followed by a live demo showing how to set up the assistants in VS Code and Syncfusion Code Studio. Next, we will explore how to use the assistants effectively, including best practices and recommendations. We will also address privacy and data handling to ensure you feel confident using these tools in enterprise settings. Finally, we will highlight the unlimited access model, wrap up with key takeaways, and open the floor for your questions. Expect a mix of insights, demos, and interactive polls to keep things engaging. So let's begin with the overview. Let's start with the big picture. The Syncfusion AI coding assistants are specialized MCP servers, Model Context Protocol servers, designed to work seamlessly with Syncfusion's Blazor and React component libraries. So these aren't generic AI tools, they are tailored to understand Syncfusion's controls, properties, and APIs, acting like an expert developer right in your IDE. Whether you are building a data-driven Blazor dashboard or a feature-rich React application, these assistants provide context-aware code suggestions, configuration examples, and troubleshooting guidance. They integrate with popular IDEs like Visual Studio Code, Visual Studio, JetBrains, and Syncfusion's own Code Studio, making your workflow smoother and faster. So what makes them stand out? First, intelligent code generation. You can ask for a specific component like a Blazor grid with filtering and get accurate code instantly. Second, they offer contextual guidance, pulling from Syncfusion's extensive documentation. Third, they support multiple interaction modes, ask or chat for quick answers, edit for refining code, and agent mode for automated tasks. Currently, they support Blazor and React with Angular, Vue, JavaScript, ASP.NET Core, .NET MOVI, and document solution support coming soon. To make this session relevant to you, let's take a quick poll. What's your biggest challenge when building Blazor or React apps? Is it writing repetitive code, finding accurate documentation, troubleshooting issues, or configuring components? Please take a moment to cast your vote, and Carter will assume control moving forward. Thank you for your participation. Now let's discuss why you should use Syncfusion AI Coding Assistants. Why should you care about these assistants? They are built to boost your productivity in meaningful ways. First, they automate repetitive coding tasks like setting up a Syncfusion component with specific features. Instead of manually writing boilerplate code, you can focus on the unique aspects of your application. Second, they bring Syncfusion's documentation and knowledge base directly into your IDE. No more switching tabs or searching forums for answers. Need to configure a React data grid with export capabilities? Just ask and the assistant delivers the code. Third, they help you troubleshoot issues faster with targeted suggestions, reducing debugging time. So let's break it down. Imagine you are tasked with building a Blazor dashboard with a grid, chart, and scheduler. Without the assistant, you would spend hours configuring each component, checking documentation, and fixing errors. With the Syncfusion AI Coding Assistant, you can type a prompt like create a Blazor grid with paging, sorting, and filtering and get working code in seconds. You can then tweak it to fit your needs, saving hours. The same applies to React. Whether it's a data grid or a complex dashboard, the assistant streamlines the process, letting you focus on innovation. So let's see how to get started. Before we jump into the demo, let's cover what you need to start using the Syncfusion AI coding assistants for Blazor and React. It's simple and accessible for all developers. First, you will need a Syncfusion user account, which you can create for free at syncfusion.com. So this account is your gateway to accessing Syncfusion's tools and services. Next, you need an active Syncfusion license. You have three options: a commercial license for professional projects, a free community license for individual developers or small teams, or a free trial to test the tools. Any of these will work with the AI coding assistants. You will also need an active Syncfusion API key, which you can generate from your Syncfusion account dashboard. So, this key authenticates your access to the MCP server. Finally, ensure you have a Blazor or React application set up with respective Syncfusion libraries: Syncfusion Blazor for Blazor projects or Syncfusion React for React projects. That's it. Whether you're using Blazor or React, these requirements are straightforward and quick to set up. With your account, license, API key, and application ready, you are all set to configure the assistants. So let's see how in our live demo. The project that you see on screen is a new project created by me, a React project. Let me first run the commands npm install and npm run to run this application to show you what exactly is rendered in this app. So let's start with the install command. While it runs, let's discuss about the changes already done to this project. With respect to the changes already done, I've removed the default styles, scripts, and modified the content to be rendered on running this application. I've also added the Syncfusion packages necessary to render the grid component. So those packages would also be installed as part of this command. So let's wait for it to complete. Now let us run the rundev command. As you can see, the app renders just a simple text. Before we can invoke the Syncfusion React Assistant MCP server, we need to configure our MCP client with these core settings that you see on screen. The generic MCP server settings shown below are identical across all clients. So we can copy this setting and create an MCP JSON file in our workspace folder, that is in VS Code, to configure the MCP server for a specific workspace. So I've just copied this to a file. We need to add a Syncfusion API key as an environment parameter in the configuration file. So I'll also show you how to generate your Syncfusion API key as part of this demo. Let me create a folder named VS Code and add this mcp.json file under it. Let me just navigate back to VS Code. I'll just open the newly added file. After updating the configuration, you will notice a start option at the top of the config. So this allows you to easily start the Syncfusion React Assistant server directly from the settings interface without additional commands. So let us now use the Syncfusion React Assistant to create a React grid with sorting. So just provide a prompt which tells the same. So it tells to create a React grid with sorting in the app.jsx file. So let us now allow the Syncfusion React Assistant to run. Okay, so the requested file is being like updated. As you can see, the necessary code and references have been added successfully in the app.jsx file. Since we have already installed the necessary Syncfusion packages, what I will do is I will run this app to view the output. So let me just proceed to do that. There you go. We got a Syncfusion grid with sorting enabled in it. So let me just check the sorting functionality added. Yes, that seems to work perfectly fine. So now let's quickly have a look at how you can generate the API key that was like used. For that, what we need to do is we need to log in to a Syncfusion account and navigate to the API key page under the My Account section. Using the Generate API key option, you can generate a secure API key to use the Syncfusion AI Coding Assistants. So I will now generate an API key. For that, I will click on the Generate API key button and provide a name for it and click on the Create button. So the API key has been generated successfully and you can copy this key to be used. So that completes the demo of the React AI Coding Assistant. Next, we will have a look at how we can use this MCP server in Code Studio and the Syncfusion Blazor Assistant MCP server in action. I've opened Code Studio now. As the first step, what I will do is I will open MCP Marketplace and navigate to the Custom Servers tab. Here, you can choose the server type as NPM package. Enter the server name as React MCP or Blazor MCP, whichever you're using, and set the NPM package name to add Syncfusion slash React hyphen assistant. It will change for the Blazor assistant. Following that, add an environment variable as Syncfusion API key. And value as your Syncfusion API key that you just generated, and then click Install Server. Once installed, the server will appear in the user installed server list and will be added to the config.yaml file. As you can see, I've already installed both the React and Blazor MCP servers. So the server is now ready for use in Code Studio. Now what I will do is, let me open a Blazor project to be used for the demo of the Blazor AI Coding Assistant. So I'll just proceed to open the respective folder. Again, the project that you see on screen is a new Blazor project created by me. With respect to the changes already done to this project, I've installed or added Syncfusion, Blazor and its theme packages and added its related scripts and styles for the purpose of this demo. So what I will do is I'll just run this application to show you on what we are going to add the changes to be suggested by the AI coding assistant. So as the first step, I'll just build the app first. As you can see, we have an empty home page. So let us now use the Syncfusion Blazor assistant to add expand mode of accordion component in the home page. So for that, I will provide a related prompt in Code Studio. So let me just invoke the assistant first, followed by the prompt. So add expand mode of Syncfusion Blazor accordion component within the home.razor page. So I will use GPT-5 as the model. So let us now allow the Syncfusion Blazor assistant to run. Okay, the home.razor file is being updated as requested. As you can see, the necessary component has been added successfully in the home.razor file. Let us now run the app to view the demo. So just provide the necessary command. So the Syncfusion accordion component has been added in seconds with the requested expand mode. So let's just check that. And it's working perfectly fine. And with that, we have reached the end of our demo. That's real quick, isn't it? So how many of you are excited to try this in your projects? So let's do a quick poll. Which Syncfusion component are you most likely to use with the AI coding assistants? Is it data grid, scheduler, chart, or other components like tree view or dashboard? So we invite you to vote now, and Carter will present the results. Over to you, Carter. Thank you for taking part in the poll. Now that we have seen the assistants in action, let's explore how to use them effectively in your daily workflow. The Syncfusion AI Coding Assistant supports Three interaction modes: ask or chat for quick questions, edit for refining existing code, and agent mode for automated multi step tasks like generating a full dashboard. To activate them, start your prompt with identifiers like at Syncfusion-Blazor for Blazor or Syncfusion React Assistant for React, as I just showed. In VS Code, you can also use #Syncfusion Blazor Assistant for explicit activation. Once activated, you will need to grant permission for the session, workspace, or permanently, depending on your IDE. For example, in VS Code, you will see a prompt to allow the MCP server to run, as we saw in the demo. So this ensures secure access tailored to your needs. To get the best results, follow these best practices. First, be specific in your prompts. Instead of saying create a grid, say create a Syncfusion Blazor grid with paging, sorting, and filtering enabled. Specificity ensures the assistant delivers exactly what you need. Second, provide context about your use case. For example, mention if you are building a dashboard or a single page app. Third, start a new chat session when switching components or tasks. This keeps the context clean and avoids confusion. For example, if you're done with a grid and want to work on a scheduler, start a fresh session. Fourth, use the assistants for tasks like initial component setup, enabling disabling features, or generating sample data for prototyping, but avoid using sensitive or production data for security. Finally, take advantage of the step-by-step explanations in the generated code. So these annotations help you understand how Syncfusion components work. For deeper insights or complex issues, combine the assistant suggestions with Syncfusion's comprehensive documentation or support. For optimal performance, use advanced AI models like GPT-5 or Claude Sonnet 4. So these models enhance the accuracy and depth of the assistant's responses, especially for complex prompts. By following these tips, you'll streamline your workflow and get the most out of these powerful tools. Now let's talk about privacy, a critical concern for any developer, especially in enterprise settings. The Syncfusion AI coding assistants are designed with security in mind. They do not access your project files or workspace directly, so your code remains private. When you submit a prompt, it's processed by the MCP server and your chosen AI model, but those prompts are not stored or used to train Syncfusion's models. The final output, whether it's code or guidance, is handled entirely by your selected AI model, ensuring your data stays secure. This makes the assistant suitable for sensitive projects where data protection is paramount. You can use them with absolute confidence, knowing Syncfusion prioritizes your privacy while delivering powerful assistance. This balance of functionality and security is what makes these tools stand out in enterprise development. Out of the standout features of the Syncfusion AI coding assistants is their unlimited access model. There are no restrictions on the number of requests you can make, the components you can use, the type of queries you can ask, or how long you can use the assistants. Whether you're prototyping a single component, testing multiple configurations, or building a full scale application, you can experiment freely without hitting a quota or paywall. So, this flexibility is a game changer. It means you can iterate quickly, try different approaches, and refine your code without worrying about limitations. This unlimited access model ensures that assistants are a seamless part of your daily workflow, maximizing their value for both small projects and large enterprise applications. Okay, so let's wrap up with a quick recap. Today, we have explored the Syncfusion AI coding assistants, powerful MCP servers that accelerate Blazor and React development. They offer intelligent code generation, seamless IDE integration, and contextual guidance, all tailored to Syncfusion's component libraries. We saw how to set them up in VS Code and Code Studio in just minutes, and how to use them effectively with specific prompts and best practices. We also covered their privacy focused design, ensuring your data stays secure, and their unlimited access model, which lets you experiment freely. Key takeaways: get started with the Syncfusion API key, use specific prompts for accurate results, and combine AI assistance with Syncfusion's documentation for complex tasks. So, ready to try it? Visit the AI Coding Assistance page, the link for which would be shared by Carter now, to get your API key and start building. For more details, check out the Blazor and React documentation, the links for which would also be shared by Carter. With that, we have come to the end of this session, and I would like to hand it back to Carter for any final remarks and the Q&A session. Over to you, Carter.